I mean, I've done that. It fucking killed me. It was worth it. Or don't fucking go to Brunetti's after any meal. Jeez. Oh, nice, exceptionally sweet, but fuck, it's murder. That's nice to see. Kids turn up as refs. Some of them are young though. Oh, I couldn't do it. No, for me it's not the fitness, it's the parents. Oh, I could never do it with the parents. But last time I did the line, I had to do 45 minutes. It was a Metro League game because I was watching my mates play. And it's like there was absolutely no one else watching the game. The other person was already doing the line. The ref's like, mate, we need 2 linos. Got to do it. Now for context, that very same ref saw me finish at least 3 beers before the game. I had at least 5 prior before giving the flag. No cannoli, but if I end up having to do the lines, I had about 5 beers that afternoon, all in about 3 hours at most. It was probably more about 2 hours. I wasn't expecting to be given the fucking line. And you tell you what, that offside call I had that game was bang on. So yeah, I can do the line pissed. Just don't plan to ever do it again. It's theoretically possible, but what? I wish I was VOs back then. Because to have that call, like, yep, lads, told you, fucking offside. Oh, nice time was the pitch. It was a very small Astro pitch, because how it was made, it was like, oh, that's old concrete that's fucking warped. So, because naturally, because I'm pissed running, I'm trying to run on a very uneven surface. How I stand on my feet, I'll never know. Because a few times, like, fuck, tripped more times than I want to admit to. Didn't fall somehow. That I was happy with. See, the moral of this story is, try not to do the lines pissed, if you can. Oh. I'm sorry. Good to see you, mate. Not complain too much. Yourself? Yeah. No, we had those lads just move the cameras away. So they got that for the camera.
But this is all good, you reckon? This is fine?
Yeah, this will be right, yeah. We'll survive.
Yeah, no, it should be, it's a nice venue enough.
Oh, yeah.
There's not that much foot traffic out here.
And at least we've got space back here as well.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, if there's space for bins, there's space for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Still can't believe there's bins on the pitch.
Where's the bins?
Other side of the bulky box. They're strapped to a wall.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, if the girls need to put something in the bin, I guess.
Alright, well, it's a choice. It's definitely a choice.
It is, right?
Should be right. At least we can be this side, not be the other side. Yeah, not because we're going to get the sun the whole game.
Yeah, you wouldn't make sense to that side,
yeah.
Should we
Like being back at Knox, but worse.
Yeah.
I do miss those games.
Yeah.
Because it was great. Cause being like between the coaches, like I was back when Cat Smith was still around.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's still around a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as in like involved with the league still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, mate.
It's a 1:30 start, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like every 15 minutes, like, apologies for any strong language from the players. Just trying to keep a straight face.
Yeah. So will the girls going in like 5 and get home?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll get.
May as well. said to straight away, like, if anyone comes over again, I'll call this game off. I was like, yeah, you got the sign straight away. One, you don't any official. Especially know they're fucking on those things. If we were to, we could use it. So, and then it's like a little wheel. And then, it's too small. Genuinely just falling away. I've done worse. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'll be right in the morning. Famous last words.
Thinking if I can get a half out of me. I don't know, it's not game related.
I think we're going to be right as rain. Absolutely right as fucking rain.
I reckon as soon as you see
That kid's boiling.
advertisement there.
Yeah.
So comfy.
I'll give you a.
I was worried about the big
If you can hear that,
Yeah, no, these are.
oh yeah, because you get the effects mic. Oh yeah, of course. So this is going to be this. And this is a minute, half a minute behind. So that's all good. Yeah, we'll be sound.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like being at Wembley Football Club.
They should do all the like cup finals in here.
Have you ever looked at Wembley Football Club's ground? Like they're like fucking like something like step 6, properly down the pyramid. It's just a very nice little ground, but you can see the stadium from there. It's fucking dwarfed.
I think it was 2006. They were I think renovating or rebuilding the Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
And I remember I was from my
So is this the grand final?
bedroom
Mm.
I could see the arc.
Ah, yeah.
They were building the whole thing.
Top of the ladder.
Yeah, I remember my dad says it's just not the same.
I've never been there. I've never even seen the old one.
Well, Dad's been to the old one a few times. I think for a couple of cup games maybe. I definitely would have been there for concerts and all that.
No, that's right, but thank you.
I've done Live Aid. I know he's been there for a few times.
Yeah.
And it's like saying, yeah,
Are Dockland's still there?
new Wembley, nothing like the old Wembley. Yeah, they do. I reckon there's some truth to it, but there's also just fucking nostalgia. On Tom's night. It's like, not the worst view, it's not the safest. That should be a good day. Yeah. Feels like. Not necessarily there's limits on visas, but yeah. Yeah, I don't believe there's caps on A-League players. There's not really good cap, to my knowledge anyway. Definitely cap from visas, but a lot of them are all nationals anyway. Well, by now they're nationals anyway. I mean, on paper they should be doing a lot better than they have been. They've dropped a lot of points from games they should have won. Yeah, but yeah, to me, they're a lot better on paper than they are in reality. At least that's what I've seen. They should be doing a lot more than they have. Yep. I think she's 6'1". Yeah. Yeah, she would have done. Yeah. The last cap was 18 months ago. Probably, yeah.
We still got to play them, I think, at their ground before the finals.
It's definitely coming up. I'm not sure when.
Because it's top 4, is it? Top 4 even?
Yeah, top 4.
Is it top 6, yeah?
Top 4 for the ladies this year. I think next year's going to be top 6.
Weren't seem to come through the other pretty competitive too.
Yeah, I mean, we're given last 7 days. Obviously, playing ourselves. Should have taken us an extra time. They should have beaten LMA. And they should have had at least a point against Berlin from Friday.
It's just funny they can't get any players early on in the year. They have to wait till after the
Well, that's the
transfer window.
thing. When things happen, they didn't get confirmation from NPL until after the window. So they were expecting to play the BPL. So they were prepping for BPL and a 3-year contract game. And also they find, oh no, you're playing NPL now. So they had a squad which they were looking to build upon for the BPL.
But they're sitting on the bottom, aren't they? So they're going to go
Yeah.
down. So can Victory and Melbourne City go down?
Yes,
Or
they can.
Or they have to stay up in the NPL because they're
They can go down.
affiliated with A-League.
No, they can go up, they can go down. Back when Victory entry was the old NTC. That couldn't get relegated because of the academy program, which is why I bought. Yeah, now they're victory now. Now we've got Sydney as well. They stay up by themselves, they go down by themselves. And that's been something that was pretty clear to them from day one.
It's with their, there you go, Yana.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Yeah, Sydney will go down. I can't see them lasting too long.
Hello. I'm going to put this
Bottom two.
right here, and we're going to come back for it. So make sure no one stands on it or steals it.
I'm not sure about Boroondara. Yeah, no, top two.
That part of the year, we've got a couple of other,
Yeah,
NPL girls that are playing, that Catherine Blah,
yeah, well, of course.
there was a couple of others. They got that Steiner, she's been playing too.
She's fantastic. I can't see her coming to NPL game. So, she's one of those players where she could easily play NPL, doesn't want to. Because she was with Avondale last year. Addison.
Yeah, how did she go last year? She killed it.
Yeah, she was with Avondale last year. So yeah, try. She could be playing NPL. She should be playing NPL. I don't know if she wants to. I don't know if I've ever spoken to her.
Still scored.
Oh yeah. She could dominate NPL, but yeah, I don't think she wants to get to NPL. I mean, there's lots of reasons. I know quite commonly it's just like work commitments. No, she's Aussie. But you know, quite a few players they just don't want to come up. It's like training 3 times a week. And work commitments. But there's also other things in the background. So quite a few players who are yeah, the top of the side. Yeah, I've got time. They dropped off the last few weeks. I thought we were doing back to back. No. Elsewhere at the moment. Something go quickly. So Paige Clemson coming mid transfer. A few other girls are going blank. I have to get back to you because I'm trying to mentally set today. A few come, quite a few like ex-NPL. So I've got too much to think about at the moment. Enjoy the game, mate. I'll catch you afterwards.
Where's our fourth team? He's down there. Oh, yeah.
You guys all ready with sub slips? What's my yeah. Oh, too easy. It just makes it as much warning as you can give.
Good afternoon and welcome to the final regularly scheduled fixture for this match weekend is match week 19 here in the Senol NPL. Boroondara versus South Melbourne this afternoon in a very, very key fixture in what will determine the top 4 come the end of this year's regular season. For yourself this afternoon, I'm William Bennett bringing all the action here from the home of the Matildas. As many of you might be well aware, it was not the initial scheduled venue for this weekend. After, well, it's winter, it's a winter sport, things happen, and so we have to readjust things, new location, new time as well, but nonetheless, more or less prime winter weather for yourselves at all, and so hopefully plenty of action as well. We're starting lights full this afternoon, commencing with the visitors. We do have number 1, Gio Candy. Number 2, Isabella Woolhead. Number 5, Sophie Papasanis. Number 7, Captain Francesca Iromano. Number 8, Alana Byrne. Number 9, Grace Taranto. Number 11, Ji-Yoon Cho. Number 14, Misha Westland. Number 15, Alana Cerny. Number 20, Alexis Pantazopoulos. Number 23, Emily Roach. As for the visitors, well, ever present in goal, we have number 1, Mias Mossman. Number 3, Sarah Brunner. Number 4, Kaneko Higuchi. Number 5, Brody Cooling. Number 7, Emma Vane. Number 8, Genevieve Fonte. Number 10, Coco Parker. Number 11, Priya Savary Ryan. Number 13, Shanatay Herford. Number 25, Alessia Crisfield. Number 47, Laura Aitken. Our refereeing department this afternoon is led by Daniel Papadakis. Alongside we have Lynn Cho Manyan and Labrini Uliaris on assistance duties. Otherwise, in the fourth box, it is Daniel Collins. Now, one noticeable absence, not so much from the regular team sheets, but from our coaching staff today, is the absence of Luca Var from the Boroondara technical area. Now, Luca is away on family duties, certainly one of the tougher aspects to life in an international family, and so, of course, we do wish you all the very best there, Luca, wherever in the world you are. Hopefully enjoying this game in comfort and in support. Boroondara playing in their traditional and always stand out purple and white combinations. Left to right in this first 45. Visiting South Melbourne, of course, in the ever traditional blue and white. Right to left naturally. And already rapid need for a ball replacement. As you may have heard in the background, a fair bit of ricochet. Of course, we do have the main buildings here at the home materials right behind our film position. And so hopefully you're not receiving too much of an echo at home when things will ricochet off those concrete slabs and all that. Now, it's certainly been a very busy week so far for the visitors, having come off a very tightly fought 3-2 victory in the Nike FC Cup to confirm their place in the semis, with their 3-2 victory at Kingston Heath against a rather resurgent Bentley Greens, and nonetheless a rather disappointed Bentley Greens.
Bernie, can you get it this way?
Oh, as for Boroondara, well,
let's double movement. We worked on it. Bang,
they do finally have confirmation of their catch-up fixture, that being against Preston, with both teams set to have those respective fixtures on the 14th.
Combine. Yeah, combine. Full run, Pat. Yeah. It's good. Gracie, prepare for that. Gonna get you every day. Bella, you've got a support for Gracie. You feeling okay? Go. Get in there, second ball.
Fonte.
Turn.
Trying to set up Savary Ryan. Savary Ryan. One of a number of figures who have come across into the NPL over recent years from the second division in Victorian women's football. And certainly have been stalwart figure from Boroondara ever since her transfer last season to the top flight. Chance for the Eagles. Build-up looks healthy. Dealt with by Papasanos. Pantazopoulos now. Tailed but not yet beaten. The challenge in from Herford. Clears the ball and the area. South Melbourne still with the advantage.
Hey, let's go, come on. Good job.
Show. Will be a throw in deep in that far side corner. Now, the angle for yourselves might not be the clearest at home, or indeed wherever you are enjoying this fixture from. As Papasanos initially finds the head of show, ricochets back out towards her.
Stay in, lock him in.
That is a throw given for our hosts. Collected by Panazopoulos. Here's Romano. Very much having to fight to keep hold of the ball.
Well done, Lex.
Toronto now with the throw. Looks for a captain, Romano.
Let's go, Lex. Team.
Hi, Gucci.
Let's go. Tuck in, Lex.
Shall be a Boroondara throw there. As you can see, wind picking up a bit. With our far side assistant referee's flag.
Yes.
Catching the breeze here and there.
Forward run, Lex. Forward run.
Papasanos
Yeah, there you go.
looks to progress via Panazopoulos. Panazopoulos crosses in. Won't find the target. Westland from range. Not a bad looking ball. Ultimately just curving the wrong side of the post there for Westlands.
Well done.
Mossman with the goal kick.
Good stuff, Papa. Bernie, top ball.
We just have a brief interruption in play as we await Chantal Hereford. Just having to deal with a slight leg issue. No physio required at this stage, unless our lead referee will confirm if everything is hunky-dory.
Second balls. Roaching is second. Lex, tuck in now.
And we shall have now that goal kick.
Higher. Roaching a bit higher.
Goes deep, but not quite deep enough. A headed clearance off Toronto will give Boroondara the throw. Now it's Byrne, who requires just a quick check from our lead referee. Nothing too serious. Of course, it does take quite a lot to get Alana Byrne off her game. Vane. Ball sent forward. Dangerous area. Picked up by Papasanos just in time. Here's Parker. Goes to ground. And there's the free kick. And it will be Brunner to take the set piece. Sarah Brunner, one of 3 Americans in this Boroondara side today.
Papa.
Now, if they do manage to get 3 points this afternoon, Boroondara, well, that'll certainly be the cherry on top of the cake for what is an important weekend for their own cultural calendar. Of course, the 4th of July marked as the United States Independence Day. Of course, that's not strictly true historically when certain historical documents were signed. Here's Panazopoulos. Still with Panazopoulos. She shoots. Just a bit too much behind that ball. Goal kick, Boroondara. Hoofed forward by Cerny. Hereford. Parker. Under pressure from Papasanos. Cut back for Cooling. Once more with Brody Cooling. Parker. Able to give Aiken a little bit of space. Here's Fonte. Won't be able to find Sefri Ryan. Toronto. Making use of space. Tangles with Vane. Westlands. Looks back for Toronto. We'll get the throw. After that touch of Priya Sefri Ryan. Romano. Reading off the ball. And with that as an easy free kick decision. Shirt firmly tugged there. With that chance for Boroondara to get a little bit more space. So they haven't had too much of so far in this fixture. Safri Ryan. Aitken. Toronto. Roach. One ball sent up towards Panazopoulos, but she won't get to that one. Herford clears the danger. That's a slight miscommunication error there between Herford and her keeper. Show. Papasanos. Tucks in for Roach. Cerny. Here's Byrne. Looks to send Panazopoulos. Finds Panazopoulos. And offside is the assistant referee's flag. Park with the ricocheting touch is Crisfield. So for Ryan. Back for Crisfield, only briefly. Higuchi. Vane. Returns to her back line. Cooling. Finds Parker. Parker looks to set up Fonte. As it's collected by Woolhead. Now Geo Candy. They play wide for their far side wing back in Grace Toronto. The other side really out to gain control there. Very much firmly in contest. As Toronto certainly takes a bit of a liberty there. With the distance needed for the throw-in. Here's Westland. That's Toronto. Quick 1-2 between Westland and Toronto. Toronto once more. Here's Roach. Looks to send show. Higuchi collects. Crisfield. Held by Woolhead. She plays back in to her keeper. Cern. Papasanos looks for Pandazopoulos. Pandazopoulos once more very much stuck deep in that far end corner. Manages to keep to her feet. Cerny. Papasanos. Pandazopoulos looks to return to Papasanos, who will be flagged offside.
Well done, girls, well done.
So again, that is an easy offside decision there for our refereeing department.
Hey, Brenny, drop in the hole. Keep coming. Second balls, you got to win. Coach, you prepare for the seconds here, mate. There you go, go.
Vane. Still very much in. Vane held there by Papasanos. Free kick is given.
Coach, you drop a little bit. Gigi. Prepare for long, first and seconds. That's good there, thanks.
Calling to take the set piece.
Thanks, drop. Gracie, prepare.
Farrell just spun that ball straight into the body of Papasanos. Vane finds Parker. Flag kept down. Ultimately, that will be a South Melbourne goal kick. Show. Collected by Aitken. Savvy Ryan. Ifafonte.
Turn it.
And there's offside.
Gigi, have to control. If it comes, protect. Play quick, Gio, play quick.
Cern. Roach. Eventually getting it down for her feet. Pandazopoulos. Looking for the cross is Alexis Pandazopoulos. Vane. Tries to head it clear, but only get as far as Emily Roach. Chance here for Boroondara. Savvy Ryan looking very, very dangerous. Just couldn't quite hold the ball there. The Astro just giving a little bit too much pace behind the ball. And of course, in very prime conditions, the speed can always catch you out on these Astro surfaces. The bounce, however, to say, hasn't been too much of a factor so far in this fixture. Here's Roach. Pandazopoulos. She shoots, held back by Higuchi. Fonte. Byrne. For show. She looks wide for her captain, Francesca Iramano. Iramano caught offside there.
Hey, let's go, friend. You can see the line. Coach. You're going to play some wingers. It's got to be early. The line is high.
Coming into this match weekend, certainly plenty of potential for both these sides. Boroondara, as we did mention earlier on towards the start of the broadcast, they do have a game in hand thanks to a previously postponed fixture between themselves and Preston that being set to be played on the 14th. Now, if Boroondara do get themselves to win today, and quite likely the winner gets Preston, those 6 points will put them up to 4th in the table on 37 points, at least how the table presently stands. As for South Melbourne, well, those 3 points potentially can get them as high as third. Given present goal differences, that does seem rather unlikely. And so best case scenario for the visitors would be 4th place and that finals position. Let's go into the 20th match weekend. Here's Toronto. Crisfield. In for Aitken. Westlands. Plenty of space. Yet to receive an option she's too happy with. Ultimately plays Toronto. Byrne. Completes the switch across into Papasanos. Papasanos looks central. Collected briefly by Higuchi. Now held by the Japanese national, Kaneko Higuchi. Herford. Cooling. Vane. Picks out Herford. Here's Fonte.
Hey, fix it up in the middle of the park defensively, come on.
Now the foul awarded will be free kick Boroondara. And here's Brunner once more to take the free kick for the Eagles. Ball sent in. And free kick given there in favour of the visitors. Contact there, just a bit too much there for our lead referee. And so, as things stand, with about 21 minutes to play here at the home Matildas, it remains Boroondara 0, South Melbourne 0 in our 19th match week here in the Senol NPL. Byrne. Nice use of one of her centre halves there. Kennedy also having to provide the anchoring position there for Wallhead. Of course, it's become effectively mandatory for any goalkeeper in the modern age to also act as that sweeper keeper role, especially at the more elite levels of the game, such as here within the NPL. Safri Ryan. But just running out of space there. They will have the throw, just not in that particular spot there. But forced to jog back a bit. And then we shove the turnover via the throw. Like Gucci. Cooling. Vane. Returns to Bridie Cooling. Like Gucci. Back with Cooling. A former Bentley player. Gucci sends it long towards Savvy Ryan. Can't find it on the first attempt. Byrne. Briefly intercepted. Savvy Ryan looks for Fonte. Won't find it. Woolhead clears. Into Iramano. His show. The South Korean national. Iramano once again. Ball quickly turned over thanks to Vane. Here's Fonte. And it is once again offside.
Gigi, please stay high. No problem. Reggie, you're the one now that needs to drop in and be the 10.
Cern. Papasanos. Looks to set up Pandazopoulos once more, but Pandazopoulos just running out of space there. Woolhead. Aitken. Savvy Ryan looks for Fonte. Finds a bit of Woolhead. Now with Vane. It's again firm contact against Vane, who's become a bit of a target woman for South Melbourne. And corner has been given. We do apologise there for any strong language that has been picked up by any of our microphones. We are in quite an intimate position between the two technical areas.
Gigi, pick up! Gigi, pick up!
Brunner with the corner. Whipped in, whipped high and whipped deep. Fires out of Higuchi. Higuchi just can't bring it down into a friendly position. Shouts for handball, waved on. Savvy Ryan thumps into Iramano. Iramano looked like she might have seen the pearly gates there for a moment. That one definitely hurt. And with that, the physio will be called on to check upon the South Melbourne captain.
Tony, can you get Papa and Grace to swap?
Shall return to play. And we shall return to play after that interruption. Romano back on the feet and on the sideline. So for the time being, South Melbourne down to 10. As Kennedy hoofs it deep, not quite into the opposing half. Here's Roach. As Iramano returns to the pitch. Westland. Papasanis. Makes use of Iramano. Vane. For Crisfield. Here's Cooling.
Yeah, now you can go, Roach. Now get back inside, Roach. Get back inside.
Gucci. Vane. And trying to hold possession. Bruno looking for that chance to advance. Cooling. Hooks it deep towards Savary Ryan. Finds her target. So Ryan, not quite with the cross ball she's looking for there. Goal kick, South Melbourne. Pantazopoulos. Toronto. Ball left in the fray. As Parker collects plenty of space. Presently it is with Bridie Cooling. Both Parker and Cooling certainly long-term teammates. They spent time together back in the old Bayside United days of Bentley prior to their merger. And of course presently now here at Boroondara. And there's the offside flag once again. And for those of you at home who are keeping count of the offsides, I'm glad you are, because we've lost count. Both teams very much playing those countering high lines. Pantazopoulos. Savvy Ryan intercepting. Is Cooling. Gucci. Returns for Cooling. Cooling eyeing the long option. Ultimately has to play Aitken. Herford. Crisfield. Making use of Gucci in acres of space. Vane. And after all that will be a South Melbourne throw. Cooling. Gucci. Crisfield. Filling in for that centre-half role for Cooling. Does eventually return to her area of the field. Nice bit of play rotation to hold the formation by Boroondara. Gucci needs the option to release. Eventually is able to play Cooling. Cooling looks along towards Savvy Ryan. Collected by Toronto. Westland. Wallhead. Wallhead. Joined at South Melbourne from arch rivals Heidelberg United. So it'll be interesting to see how things fare in their upcoming Nike FC Cup semi-final on the 14th. Vane. Unable to release. Papasanis. Too much to deal with initially. Still with Vane though. She does well to hold possession. Fonte is sent. Is it just a bit too far? No, it's not. Just in time, just in space for the American. Here's Savvy Ryan. Crisfield. Vane. It's wide for Savvy Ryan. That will be corner ball. And we now are firmly into the final 15 minutes of this first half. So far it remains Boroondara 0, South Melbourne 0 in our Senol NPL clash. Corner, well, still a bit of a danger. Shot from Fonte. Ricochet wide, and it will be a full-up corner for the Eagles.
Next. Top a little bit. Yes.
And will what is today Michael Morales' side be able to get the lead here. Ball sent in, finds out of Parker. Silver Parker gets a bit of a volley but can't quite get a shot on there. Toronto wins the throw for her side. South Melbourne very much on the back foot at the moment. So they haven't been too familiar with this afternoon. It has predominantly been their game. Brunner, Crisfield, Hereford, Wi-Fi Gucci, Parker, pressured by Papasanis as Iramono gains possession, tapped out by Brunner. Show Papasanis collected what looks to be Aitken there. Fonte will play Parker. So far, this is the referee's flag is kept down and staying firmly down there. Vane. It will be a South Melbourne ball. There's about 9 minutes remaining until half time, at least in terms of what is regulated by the laws of the game. As things stand, we'll probably have at least a minute, given that prolonged interruption of the injured Iramano, who's so far been able to carry on. Here's Bandazopoulos. Knee support does Pandazopoulos. Says the cross in, Iramano! And that was very much narrowly, almost our opener. Ultimately though, just the goal kick. As things stand, it will remain Boroondara 0, South Melbourne 0. In our battle for the top four. Runner. Vane. Not quite able to return to Brunner. Ball firmly in contest. As Aiken tries to spot Parker. Won't find her on this occasion. Fonte will find Parker. In for Fonte. Fonte shoots. Collected by Candy. Not quite held. Well, they do have enough time just to recompose and collect the ball when they desire. Hoofed deep by Candy. Off the boot of Shanatea Hereford. Byrne. Westlands. Who receives the free kick.
Move across.
Westlands. Looking for an option that isn't quite presenting itself. Eventually he's able to play through Alana Byrne. Toronto. Roach. Pantazopoulos. Still with Pantazopoulos. Looks deep for a captain. Headed away by Brunner. Fonte. Sends Brunner. Brunner caught offside.
Bella, good or not?
Sarah, well done.
Here's Toronto. Roach. Pantazopoulos. As well to get control. Crisfield intercepts. Makes use of Savvy Ryan, who's dropped very, very deep. Toronto won't quite keep that one in.
Well done, girls, well done.
Byrne. Is it back out for a throw? Byrne again making use of that forward. Roach. Looks for Panazopoulos. Won't quite find her. Cooling. A bit too rapid there for the young forward.
Girls, come on, keep going. Emma, step in. Emma.
Toronto. And for Roach. Roach with the cross. Headed away by Higuchi. Westlands. Not the shot she's looking for there. And so as things stand, it shall remain 0-0 here at the home of Matildas for our match week 19 clash between Boroondara and South Melbourne in the Senol NPL. Byrne. Westlands. Returns for Byrne. Pantazopoulos. Makes use of Show. Show cuts in. Iramano does get there. Mossman able to regain her feet. Westland again. Not the ball she's looking for. Promising opportunity here for our hosts. Zakin will get flagged offside.
Girls, keep going, doing well.
Cern. Pantazopoulos.
Just stay out again.
For Boroondara. And again, we do apologise for any strong language picked up by our microphones this afternoon.
Again. Sarah.
Crisfield.
Go.
And for Brunner.
Go.
Still with the American. Shoots from range. Ball carried there ultimately with the wind.
No, it's happening every time.
As you can see from the referee's flag, well, not quite in pan. But the breeze, while not particularly too strong, is firmly behind that ball that was behind Brunner's foot. Irregardless, goal kick South Melbourne. Roach. Higuchi. Burn. Show. Higuchi again. Knocked out by Cern, the former Western Sydney Wanderers player. Cern, having joined South Melbourne for the remainder of the NPL season via the Wanderers. Also quite notable for a time at the former A-League side in Western United, who just can't seem to make their mind up whether or not they are with us or not. Certainly, their social media admin likes to think they're just a few weeks away from getting things back together. We do await the fourth official's official confirmation, the time added on. It looks like we are sent for at least a couple of minutes. Here's Westlands, unable to find a captain, and there is the official confirmation. It's 3 minutes. Here's Cern. Iramano eventually collects. Unable to find the cross she's after. Sophie Ryan clears the danger. Cerny to deal with Cooling. Here's Burn. Switches for Papastanis. Show. Looks for Roach. Won't quite find her. Boroondara goal kick. As we've had the first of our 3 minutes played. That's a nice little bit of mind games there. Here's Crisfield. Cooling. Hereford. Cross for Crisfield. Plays through for Brunner. Parker. Brunner unable to keep a footing there. Romano. Westlands. Burn. Back into Westland, who tucks in for a centre half in Isabella Wallhead. Once more with Wallhead. Wallhead eventually releases for Show. South Melbourne with the throw. Westlands. Papasanis with the cross. Can't find a target on this occasion. And that is our half-time whistle. It is Boroondara 0, South Melbourne 0 in our 19th match week of the Senol NPL. And so we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for all the second half action here, live and free from the home of the Matildas. And welcome back to the home Matildas for our match week 19 NPL. Nil, South Melbourne, nil. Now we do have a couple of half-time substitutions for the visitors. And welcome back to the Matildas for the second half action here in our Senol NPL clash between Boroondara and South Melbourne. A reminder of the present scoreline is presently 0-0 between these two sides. Now we do have a pair of half-time substitutions for the visitors, with Chelsea and Emily Collett coming on for the visitors. They are replacing number 2 and the number 8, Isabella Woolhead and Alana Byrne, respectively. And with that, we have an even further injection upon Americana onto our field of play for the remaining 45. And with that, confirmation of those double substitutions from our fourth official. And so for the next 45, it is South Melbourne who get us back underway for the opening touch of Ji Young Show. Westlands for Schmelzer. Schmelzer leaves it ultimately for Cerny there. Gucci, it's clear. Played in for Candy. Toronto. Papasanos returns for Toronto. Westlands. Roach. Papasanos for Roach in the end. Vane collects and Vane's managed to hold. And that was a close one there for Papasanos. Almost knocked out there from Parker's clearance. Like I say, all's well that ends well. Is Romano. Westlands. Still looking for the cross is Misha Westlands. Goshi proving too much of a pain for Westlands to deal with. Goshi still domineering Westlands. And so Papasanos with the throat for South Melbourne. Papasanos still yet to play the throw in. Schmelzer. Westland. Iramano. Not quite the ball she wants there. Will be a South Melbourne corner. Here's Pantasopoulos with the corner ball. South Melbourne's first of the afternoon. Iramano from range. That wasn't a bad looking ball. Ultimately, high for the target. Certainly looking ever more dangerous as it got closer and closer towards Mossman's goal. Parker. Aitken. Looks to send Fonte, who is kept on side. Fonte for the cross. Finds Savvy Ryan. Savvy Ryan won't get the Vane. Throw for the Eagles.
Drop in a little bit.
Aitken. Vane. Looks for Safri Ryan. Safri Ryan gets the cross. Parker! And how's that for an opener? Tremendous volley there from Coco Parker. It is Boroondara 1, South Melbourne 0. And the Boroondara support certainly in the prime area in terms of stirring the pot a bit. They're all sat behind the South Melbourne bench. Anyway, back on the way here. It is Boroondara 1, South Melbourne 0 here at the home of the Matildas. Candy. Collier. Long ball sent up towards Pantazopoulos. Westlands. Returns for Pantazopoulos. Crossed in. It will be a goal kick. Parker. Schmelzer. Papasanis. Hips it in. Toronto. Cerny. Across for Collier. Pantazopoulos. Unable to advance is Vane. Gucci. Brunner. Parker. Returns for Brunner. Sends Aitken, who will be offside. Toronto. Cerny. Out wide for Collier. Westlands. Pantazopoulos now. Ball's turned over. Vane. Brunner. Parker, out solitary goal scorer for the afternoon. Just running out of play there. Papasanis with the throw. Roach. Sends Romano. That will be Higuchi's ball. She taps clear and surrenders the throw. Papasanis with a throw for South. Roach. Schmelzer. Westlands. Papasanis. Schmelzer now. Cerny. Plays Pantazopoulos. Collier. Find that support for Pantazopoulos. Collected by Cooling. Cooling very much not having to do anything to get that ball there. Show. Pantasopoulos. Looks for the cross in towards Westlands. Parker now. Bells with Papasanis. Toronto giving the firmer touch there. In for Schmelzer. Now Ji-Young Show. Korean national. Having one of South Melbourne's few, if not only, shots on target for the afternoon. Vane. Gucci. It's the send runner, collected by Papasanis. Iromano. Show. Should get the free kick. Will gets the free kick. Played quickly by Schmelzer, who won't find Pantasopoulos. Gucci. Toronto. Schmelzer. Papasanis. Tries to send Roach. Won't find her on this occasion. Here's Schmelzer. Cerny. Collier. In for Pantasopoulos. Pantasopoulos looks to return the favour, but cannot on this occasion. So Ryan find the defensive support there for Mia Mossman. Boroondara keeper. Papasanis. Iromano. Iromano recently achieved quite an impressive milestone in the Senol NPL, having played now over 200 league fixtures in the Victorian women's top flight.
Just in those areas, well done. Just got to look at combining. Rochi, just look at combining in there earlier.
And certainly, given Iromano's age, it's fair to say there is a reasonable chance for being able to play yet another 200 games in our top flight. Toronto. Papasanis. Roach. Toronto. Iromano just keeps it in there. Vane with the turnover. Listens to our fellow American Genevieve Fonte. Parker. Brunner. Gucci. Returns to Brunner. Vane. Aitken. Papasanis. Plays back for Candy. Here's Cerny. Toronto. 1-2 between the two centre halves. Throw for the hosts. Oh, needed collection there from Cerny. Collier with the switch. Unable to find her captain on this occasion. Here's Vane. She battles with Westlands.
Yeah, but no impact, right?
Hereford.
We want to keep this.
In for Safri Ryan. Cerny. For Roach. Can only find Gucci on this occasion. As Savvy Ryan breaks. Cross is sent in. Who's there to meet it? No one really. As the ball continues to bounce out onto our near side wing. Parker the victor. Cross. No, just a more delicate ball in towards Aitken. Here's Brunner. Sends the ball back into the 18-yard area. Aitken. Parker. Thump back in towards Fonte. Won't get a Fonte this occasion. Ball narrowly still in the field of play. Now it's not. Throw for Boroondara, very much cheap in that final third. Schmelzer. Panterzopoulos. Show, who sent, bounce against Mossman. Mossman the victor. And certainly not the most typical method of goalkeeper defending from the British born Australian. Nonetheless, quite stylish, quite effective. As again, the visitors look to the bench. It does appear we are set for a double change. We do have official confirmation that yes, it shall be a double substitution once again for South Melbourne. And we'll confirm those numbers for you shortly. Here's Parker. She shoots. Not quite as spectacular as her goal earlier in this half. And so coming onto the pitch for the visitors, it will be number 4, Danielle Mikaloff, and number 21, Heidi Dalton. Here's Safri Ryan. Fonte finds Vane. Aitken will be flagged offside. And with that, we will see that substitution. Mine is both Danielle Mikaloff and Heidi Dalton coming on for the visitors. Come off the pitch is their captain, Francesca Iromano, and number 11, Ji-Yoon Sho. And with that, back into play. Higuchi. Toronto. Papasanis. Roach. Played on by Dalton. Returns for Dalton. Papasanis. In towards the box. Won't find Mikaloff. Cerny. Toronto. Returns for Mikaloff. Returns for Cerny. Cerny once more. Cerny given Akers the space. Sends it forward. Will find Westland. Collier. Just manages to find Panterzopoulos there. Very much in a tight area of the field. Fonte. Westland. Dalton, who's kept on side. Brunner. Firm bit of defending there from the American. Westland intercepts. Schmelzer. Papasanis. Here's Toronto. Cerny. Roach. Unable to get hold of the ball there. Too much force behind her. Toronto. Westland. Sends Dalton. Dalton looking for the cross in towards Mikuloff. Won't find it on this occasion. She's collected by the defenders. Is Parker. Toronto. Schmelzer. Papasanis. Westland. Dalton. Looking for the cross once more. Won't get the corner. Schmelzer. And looks like we are set for our first substitution for our hosts this afternoon. As papers are being prepared. Good bit of scurry punching there from their technical area. And that should be an easy free kick there.
Come on, play it.
Once again, it is Emma Vane who's certainly on the wrong end of the fouls. Nice team on the right end of the free kick. Dalton with the head up. Brenner will get the ball under control for Boroondara. Crisfield. Gucci. Brenner. Tap from Vane. Vane returns defensively for Gucci. Here's Brenner, who's able to advance a bit up the wing. Still with Brenner under firm pressure from Dalton. One of the earlier double substitutions. Safri Ryan.
That's okay, girls.
Worth the throw. And it looks like as though we are not far away from that substitution for the visitors, for the hosts. As Dalton is set from South Melbourne. As Brenner eventually catches up to her. And it will just be a solitary change for our hosts. Vane. Calling. And pressure from Mikuloff. This area is cleared. We do still await that substitution for Boroondara. It will just be the one substitute in this upcoming window. Toronto. Papasanis. Westland. Cerny. In for Toronto. Toronto going for a run herself. She's dealt with by Fonte. Is Vane. Sends Savvy Ryan. Savvy Ryan will keep that ball in play. Cross in towards the box. Only to be met by the body of Cerny. It's cleared. And forced to be cleared again. Savvy Ryan. Crisfield. Wide for Brunner. And Brunner very much fouled there. And the foul is given just outside the 18-yard area. Ball played in by Brunner. On target, Candy. Keeping their footing. Keeps the ball out of their net. And so it shall remain Boroondara 1, South Melbourne 0. Toronto. Papasanis. Dalton. Flicks herself on. Brunner is able to hold possession there. Aitken. Parker. Vane. Go along here. Roach prevents the ball. Fantastic bit of footwork there from Emily Roach. Aitken. Toronto preventing the corner. And we shall now have that substitution for the Eagles. Cut off the pitch will be the number 47, Laura Aitken, as she's replaced by the number 23, Emily Lewis. Here's Papasanis with the throw. Fair bit of range behind that ball. That shall be a follow-up throw for Papasanis. On Gucci. Knocks it forward. Chance for Fonte to progress. Potential advantage there, but collected by Candy. As it's hoofed into the opposing half off the head of Gucci. Westland flicking it with the volley, and now back on terra firma, back under control. Sent for Pantazopoulos. Collier back with Pantazopoulos, who goes from range, but won't pressure Mossman nor her goal. Goal kick played in. Throw for South Melbourne. Interception there from the substitute in Emily Lewis. Shot from Lewis, still in danger. Fonte, no. Won't have the chance for a follow-up as Toronto clears just in time. South Melbourne very much not giving themselves too many favours at the moment. They are fortunate not to be too down here at the home Matildas. Pantazopoulos. Not quite able to get that ball under control there. Out for a throw. Throw loud there. The arc perhaps a bit low, nonetheless, given, is Westlands. Collier. Cerny. Here's Toronto. Looks to send Mikulev. Won't quite get to Mikulev. Off the boot of Argucci. Throw for the visitors. Papasanos with the throw there. Plays Schmelzer. Dalton. Roach under pressure from behind. It's more throw for the visitors. And yes, again, throw for the visitors. And despite protests there from the Boroondara bench, ball is considered to be still in play as they prep for a double change on the horizon. Lewis. Brenner. Here's Gucci. Vane. Will send Lewis. Unfortunate final touch there for Lewis. Throw for South Melbourne. Dalton. Cooling. Looks to send Savvy Ryan. As Sony brings it down into Candy. Collier. Dispossessed. Ball back in contest. And back with Emily Collier. Westlands. Pantazopoulos. Pantazopoulos going alone here. Eventually looks to shoot just the edge of the 18-yard area. Ricochets off the American Sarah Brunner. Vane. High Gucci. Vane. Throw for the hosts. Will be a quick physio check there for the South Melbourne keeper, Jerry Candy. And that a chance for a quick team talk among the players. A few South Melbourne boots will have to be careful. Technically, the laws of the game do allow for a booking should a player unlawfully leave the field of play. It is a law that is seldom enforced, but it is technically on the books. And while both teams are ready to get back underway, we still await final checks with Candy and their physio. And there we go. Back into play. Fire the throw. Fonte. Dalton. Westlands. Toronto. Dalton. Micklef sent. Gucci out to deal with the situation there.
Stay high, Heidi. Go high.
Vane. Collected by Roach, but only briefly. Run. Free kick, Boroondara. Crishfield having to deal with a bit more than what they were after. And it shall be Boroondara's second substitution window in just a shake of a lamb's tail. And from appearances, it will once more be just a solitary change. As the visitors again look to the bench. Raquel Deralos set to come on for the visiting South Melbourne. Here's Lewis. Chris Field. Hereford. Sophie Ryan just able to get that ball under control there. Chris Field once more. Sends Hereford. Still with Hereford. Looks for the cross. Quite the ball she was after. A potential head injury there. Will be a stop in play. As Bruno physio is brought on for the first time this afternoon.
We're going to make changes now, if that's all right, Daniel.
As both South Melbourne and Boroondara look for their adjustments. As we said, come on for the visitors will be the number 10, Raquel Deralos. As for her replacements, that will be number 23, Emily Roach. Roach, not quite aware that her name has been bordered there. Otherwise, for the hosts, it will be number 14, Madeline Dara, coming on for Boroondara, as she replaces the number 10, Coco Parker. Parker potentially there with a wrist issue. And hopefully they will be all right and nothing broken. Unless it will be potentially quite a busy afternoon there for Parker for unwanted reasons. Cerny. Looks along for Deralos, finds Deralos. And handball is awarded. Though, given that one of two requirements must be met for a handball, and that player has their body in an unnatural position per their movement at the time, or they intentionally make their body larger. It was a bit of a tough call there. More so upon the more traditional understanding of a handball where any contact is given the free kick. So, Pandersopoulos with the set piece. Set into the 18-yard area and out for a goal kick.
Danny, stay higher!
Vane. Lewis. Here's Dara. And that will be a corner. And we do have intermediary confirmations of there to be 3 additional minutes come the end of the full 90 in 5 minutes. And of course, there's still ample time for that to change. That's a header and a half there from Emma Vane. And we will have another brief injury interruption. With that, once again, substitution for Boroondara.
Yeah, stay on.
As number 6, Madeline Reese. Absolutely set to come on. Indeed, Reese will be coming on shortly, as the papers are given for our 4th official. As we will get that substitution. As confirmation for that substitution, coming off the pitch is number 3, Sarah Brunner, to replace by number 6, Madeline Reese. Dalton, Papasanis, flicks it forward, collected by Mossman. Savvy Ryan, flicks it high, still just about, oh no, there we go. South Melbourne with the throw. Headed out by Herford. Derelis. Collier. Cracking range there from that throw. And we shall need a fresh... Oh, no. That was fortunate timing for a passerby. Just 2 minutes remaining in terms of what is regulated. As things stand, we are set for at least 3 additional minutes, though potentially set to go up to 4. Here's Papasalis with the throw. Looks for Micallef. Won't find her on this occasion. Once more, Papasalis with the throw.
Hey! No foul?
We do apologise there for any strong language collected by our microphones. Westland. Giving the throw is Derelos. To the cross, but no one's there to meet her from her side. Is Westland again. Dalton. Westland. Vane. Throw for the Eagles. And there we go. There is a official confirmation. It has been raised to 4 minimum additional minutes here at the home of Matildas. Understandable, given the interruptions.
Hey! Michaela.
Papasanis with the throw. Headed on by Dalton. Here's Derelos. Pantazopoulos with the cross. Looking dangerous. No one's there to meet it for South Melbourne.
Cerny, put it in. Michaela, stay in.
Put it in.
Cerny sends it back towards Mossman's goal. Still in contest. Calls for a foul. Played on. Papasanis. Headed away by Gucci, but not quite far enough. Boroondara, very fortunate there to not have the equaliser. And once more, we do apologise for any strong language collected by our microphones. Frustrations are very much arising for the visitors. Westland. Collier. Corner for the visitors.
Lex, let's go! Peppa! Lex! Let's go, come on! Emily! Get in there! Hey, go in!
Emily! Get in there!
Peppa,
Get in there!
Peppa, just stay there.
It's a full commitment from South Melbourne. Carnival sent in. Mossman not beaten at our near post. Once again, we do apologise for any strong language collected by our microphones. In that previous moment, in the build-up to the corner. Collier. Pantazopoulos. Looks for goal. Collected by Mossman. Lewis.
Peppa, step on!
Dalton.
Forward!
Westland. Micallef. Wide for Papasanis. Papasanis again in a tight space. It will be a goal kick. And there is just about 2 minutes remaining of the indicated 4. Apologies, just 1 minute. That's certainly not always our forte. Especially in the afternoon sun.
Hey, you seen that? It's a high full. You seen it? Tell him, man. Hey, ref.
And a foul is given for a high boot. And certainly, it's not too often a technical area is able to overturn initial refereeing decision. Here's Fonte. Chorner, and that will be a free kick. Much to the applause of the Boroondara fans, we do get our full-time whistle and a rather sore Pantasopoulos who's pulled something. And we do apologise there for any foul language. And once again, we do apologise for any foul language. It is full-time here at the home Matildas. It is Boroondara 1, South Melbourne 0. Our final fixture of the 19th match week here in the Senol NPL. With that, hopes for Boroondara's finals appearance come the end of the season is one step closer. All they'll need is a couple of 3 points more when we get to their Catch-Up round fixture on the 14th. Alright, from all of us here, that's all we've got time for. And so, until next time, I've been William Bennett. Cheerio.
Amazing. Well, thank you for today.
Good, how are you? Hey, how's your shoulder? Better. That's good. It's really like tingly. For me to do that, that's so weird.